Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment. And we're enjoying our First Amendment rights here as long as we have them or are allowed to have them, which in case they're not really rights, they're privileges, and that's not what the paper says. So, anyways, if you like this content, if you like the stuff that I'm saying, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I will get to this article by Matt Taibbi, or at least about Matt Taibbi, who had just gone before a congressional committee for the weaponization of the federal government, if you will, and all of its little agencies. But this in particular is about the Twitter files. Now, not only was he threatened by the IRS for testifying, which is, they'll say, no, it's not really related. It's related. Let's be honest here. We're all adults in this room. We know what the heck is going on. You don't show up at somebody's house on the day that they're testifying and say, you really need to contact us because you did not kind of sort of paid attempted to pay your taxes. I don't know how that works. Like, he filed it, his accountants filled it out twice, and then they rejected it and said, oh, by the way, you screwed up on 2018. And he's like, yeah, you said you accepted it. It's like right here, like I'm bringing up your little notification right now. It's weird. Yeah, weaponization committee, because clearly it's not weaponized. Something very dramatic has changed, Matt Taibbi says. Matt Taibbi says Democrats ditch free speech. And I feel like this kind of ties into something that was brought up 10 years ago. 10. By another reporter named Michael Hastings, where he wrote an article called Why the Democrats Love to Spy on Americans, which is kind of like what we're dealing with now with this new bill that's coming out. Check out my last live feed. Independent journalist Matt Taibbi of recent Twitter files fame has exposed the fact that civil liberties are no longer popular among Democrats. Who would have thought that? Taibbi appeared on Fox News Sunday morning features with Maria Bart Bartiromo. I'm not sure. I'm sure she looks just like all the other Fox News anchors. You know what I mean. To reiterate his perspective that the modern Democrat Party no longer represents the values of the everyday American. What made you think that, dude? I figured about all this. Matt, how do you feel about all of this? I know before you started discovering this bad behavior, you identified as a Democrat, and now you've got all of your friends, quote unquote, in the media attacking you for exposing this. The host said, yeah, it's funny. I mean, I was raised in a traditional ACLU liberal. I believed in free speech all my life. That is one of the things, frankly, that attracted me to the Democratic Party. When I was a kid, the idea that we were the party that believed in letting everybody have a say, and we'll just make a better argument, and that's how the system works. Well, apparently they lost the ability to argue because I haven't been able to have a coherent argument with anybody deemed liberal or Democrat for quite a while now. This is me personally talking about this. Um, they lost the ability to argue anything, and if you bring up facts, they're like, "Yeah, well, my feelings are." They counter that, and it's like, "Fuck your feelings, dude. Seriously, grow a pair, be a man, try getting a job." And yeah, I don't understand where these people are coming from anymore. He continued, apparently, something very dramatic has changed in politics in America, and there's been a shift. There's no question about it anymore that now the parties have had a complete reversal on how they read these issues. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while now. And I had a conversation with a coworker a couple days ago about how he was talking about in the 60s, the party platform shifted, and then all of a sudden, like, The Dems who were pro-slavery were all about like freeing the black man, blah blah blah. And I'm like, really? Are you sure about that? Because Johnson's policies, Lyndon B. Johnson, kind of re-enslaved them in a way. It's very clear if you look at the statistics that what originally was supposed to help them basically broke up the modern nuclear family in the black community and put them on a road to poverty. So yeah, I don't see a policy change there. I just think they learned how to do it differently while saying to their face, "We're here to help you." Guess they should have voted for Reagan. I guess most people did. Matt Taibbi, there's no question about it anymore that now the parties have had a complete reversal on how they view these issues. Yeah, Taibbi leads a team of journalists, including Michael Schellenberger, who have been given access to Twitter files, revealing a startling network of government agencies, think tanks, and Twitter professionals coordinating efforts to attack the First Amendment. That's everything in a nutshell right there. What we've learned from the Twitter files is the ever expanding coalition of groups working with the government and social media to target and censor Americans, including government funded organizations. Twitter files are chilling in the details and show how Democrats have weaponized government and colluded with corporations to wage war on the First Amendment. Tell me again that we had a blankety blank blank in 2020. Um, try explaining that again. You know what happened in 2020? What was happening? The main event between two people. Tell me that was again the best greatest thing in the booth that ever happened. Democrats have weaponized government, and who runs those events? The modern Democratic Party is not the same one that your parents and grandparents were members of in the past. No kidding. It's obsessed with starting World War III in Ukraine, eroding the First Amendment, dismantling the Second Amendment, and normalizing woke culture. Do I look like I'll ever end up having green hair? I don't think so. No, it's not for me. What caused such a significant shift in the party is just a few short years. Isn't that weird? What caused such a significant shift in the party in just a few short years? And what kind of blowback will Taibbi get for telling these truths? Yeah, that's a good question. What caused that shift? What the heck was it? Because I know of some people who've been talking about this for years, like Jordan Peterson, when he openly stated that like all of this started around 2012, 2013, when we started to see all these protests and riots and stuff on campuses, and people were demanding safe spaces and use my pronoun, and you're a bigot, and how dare you actually try to teach me anything in college? Why are you there? Why are you in college aside from to denture yourself into slavery because you're spending money you don't have on a degree that isn't going to make you anything, and then you're screaming at the professor saying that he's not supposed to teach you something. I don't understand these people. Like you're paying, your future self is paying for you to be there, and then you're trying to say the professors are bigots or traitors or they don't know what they're talking about. You chose to be there. Like you don't have to go to college, dude or ma'am or whatever you claim to be. I don't understand how this behavior was accepted back when it all started. It should have been squashed back then, right? If you're a student and you're setting a trash can on fire because you have somebody who's coming to speak at your campus, guess what? You don't have to listen to them. You can go listen to somebody else speak. You can sit in your dorm and read a book, which is what you should have been doing, right? Perhaps doing your homework, realizing that, yeah, maybe $80,000 in debt for this Russian literature degree really isn't the brightest thing. Okay, now I understand why you're mad later. Apparently, your parents failed you, the public school system. Don't even get me started on that. For whatever reason, you thought, or other people thought for you, which is probably more likely, that going to college was a great idea without any type of navigation through the process or actual thought as to what you're going to do with your life. You were just told, oh, well, high school's over. Now you go to college. Instead of, I don't know, getting real life experience, figuring out how to balance a checkbook, realizing that massive amounts of debt and early on in life is not a very good idea. So yeah, 2013, all of this stupid stuff started and nobody spanked it on the ass like it should have been, right? And now we're having to deal with these same idiots 10 years later actually running things because all of a sudden there's diversity quotas in all of these corporations and public institutions. And oh, they have green hair. Awesome. We only have 3 people with green hair. And statistically, according to this, we really should have 7. Yeah, because they're capable of doing the job. Yeah. So we're seeing this now where clearly their agenda is more important than anything else. There is no such thing as free speech. They scream the loudest, therefore they're right. Yada, yada, yada. These are the repercussions of having an irresponsible society led by incompetent people. And this is why shit is falling apart. So, Matt Taibbi, I really hope you're still not registered as a Democrat. I really hope that has actually changed. Uh, I I doubt it. I don't know. For some reason, I highly doubt that is true. But one can hope. Perhaps he'll come to his senses and just maybe he'll go the extreme and just be like, I think I'm an anarcho-capitalist libertarian type now. I maybe, but I just don't see it happening. He's probably just going to call himself an old school Democrat, still sell the soul of his vote to whoever happens to be running with the D on the back of their name or deep into their throat. I don't know. Um, but it's just sad. It's sad that people like this learn the truth, and I'd really like to know the answer to that. Does he still consider himself this? Like Tim Pool will say, like, "Well, I'm a classic liberal," and it's like you're kind of a suck ass, dude. You really just don't stand up for yourself. You don't definitely don't stand up to YouTube. You like the $3 million a month paycheck that you get from them. Meanwhile, you just cater to woke is what you do. And I feel like Matt Taibbi, even though he broke this story, he told the truth. He's seen the repercussions of that, and yeah, he's probably my guess, he's probably still one of them for no real reason other than he just always has been and he has that loyalty. So it's kind of sad to see, but this has been going on for a long time. I feel like the solidification of all this stuff really happened probably back in 2013. Like again, I said, Michael Hastings had his last article that he published was "Why the Democrats Love to Spy on Americans," and they were doing it back then under Obama. They're definitely pushing it forward and still trying to do it now, even though we're supposed to have a Republican majority in the House. But I believe this is what Dan Bongino referred to as a bunch of rhinos. They say they are, but they're going along with this garbage. Aren't they the party of free speech now, or is just that no longer a thing? Does the Constitution really just represent a nice old piece of toilet paper that is waiting to be wiped on something? I don't know. I have no idea what's happening here. Uh, but yeah, as for Matt Taibbi, he did some great work. um, I just really hope that his eyes open and he continues doing some great work here, that his mind changes to some more rational ideas and thoughts as to what is important in this country. I think he's getting there. He's definitely like on his way. Um, I'd really like to see some type of announcement for him that's like either not joining another party, because I think he needs to be on that journey of like discovering like what is real these days and what isn't. Because I don't think that him just joining another party like the Republicans is going to really suffice. Because I don't like them either. I find them to be absolutely useless, except for the few people who try to scream louder than the Democrats, and it's not really getting them anywhere, is it? So yeah, Matt Taibbi, he's out there still trying to figure things out with the Democratic Party, and yeah, I think the woke movement that initially started in 2013 and the spying programs that were initiated at that same time, I think they just merged that stuff together seriously, to the point where it's now like party doctrine. Yeah, purple hair, we're for you as long as we get to spy on everything you do. Did I just create a motto for them? Oh God. So yeah, I'm guessing that's about it for me today. I don't really have anything else on the agenda here. I mean, I do have this one story. No, I've already covered that. So yeah, that is about it. Other than they're just trying to take your rights, and Matt Taibbi's under attack from the people he claims to be on the side of. Yeah, I know how it feels. 2019. I don't forget you. That was a shitty year, and then it just got even worse. So yeah, I know where Matt Taibbi's at. I've been there. I do have some sympathy for the guy. Um, when you realize that your party sucks balls and the people that you're supporting are god awful people, yeah, been there, done that. Hope I never go through that crap again. That's why I don't register as anything these days. You're gonna have to earn my vote. Keep on typing.